90 miles for ACC for XL42.
You've got that feeling. Someone is watching. They are. Wherever you go, whatever you do, the eye is on you.
Security cameras are nearly everywhere these days, and federal agents probing the Oklahoma City bombing are looking at tapes from some of those cameras as they try to find the second suspect. Pat LaLama is live in Brentwood now with more on the hidden eyes that are just all around us. Pat?
You bet, Michael. And if you stand in the middle of any major thoroughfare or commercial one, chances are about 10 different cameras have their eye on you. In a city the size of, let's say, Las Vegas, they say there might be up to 250,000 surveillance cameras. And remember, the camera never blinks.
7090 miles for ACC for XL42.
You've got that feeling. Someone is watching. They are. Wherever you go, whatever you do, the eye is on you.
You have a chance of at least once a day, no matter where you are in America, if you left your house, you're on tape.
Danno Hanks and Fred Valis would know. They're undercover operatives, done plenty of work for the government, and you wouldn't believe what people are doing when they're caught in the act. A state trooper is attacked by suspects and killed. His own camera records the crime. This man beating himself up in a jail holding area.
Breaks his own nose and later tries to file a lawsuit against the cops saying they beat him up. Well, they had the tape to prove that they didn't beat him up.
In Miami, cops bust dealers delivering hundreds of kilos of cocaine. In Arizona, fish and game surveillance cameras find poachers. And in Connecticut, a woman seduces a man in a warehouse for drugs. Is it a good thing to know that you're constantly being watched?
It depends how you look at it. I personally don't mind. If you're not up to anything bad, why would you care if a camera has you every minute you go out your house?
But you're the good guy, and you're still being watched constantly on the freeway.
The guy in the control room at Caltrans has the ability to zoom right in and see you in your car.
At the mall, at the bank, in the shops, and with the cops. Some would say it's an infringement on your rights, Dan.
Well, yeah, I don't think so. You know the cameras are there.
The folks in Oklahoma City are thankful for those cameras.
One of the first things police agencies do is say, let's take a look around the scene and see if there are any cameras.
And that's exactly how authorities may have tracked a truck associated with that bombing. Good or bad, does it sound a little like George Orwell's Big Brother?
In George Orwell's society, 1984 society, what you had was a situation where the government wired the whole world and they were watching everybody. Well, the government doesn't have to do that. We have wired ourselves.
Now, believe it or not, this particular surveillance camera has a connection to the O.J. Simpson case because it is aimed directly at the Ben & Jerry's across the street, that white building that Dolores has the camera on, where Nicole Brown Simpson patronized just short of her murders last June. Mark Safati, you own Westwood International Newsstand, and because of that surveillance camera, you in fact may become a witness for the defense because the cops never came and asked for the tapes, did they?
No, they never came and asked us anything. Only we were contacted by Patrick McKenna from the defense.
And they were a little bit beside themselves because they figured if anything the cops would have come over here and said give me the tapes, but the tapes only last how long?
3 days, 72 hours.
So any sign of Nicole Brown Simpson and her children on those tapes would be vanished after 3 days?
Right, it was recorded over on the tape.
Possible you'll be a witness?
They said 50% chance.
All right, so you see, Michael, how prolific cameras are, how important they are to our society. Violation of rights are something that we definitely need. You answered the question. I'm Pat LaLama from Westwood, reporting back to you, Michael.
Thank you, Pat. I think they're here to stay. I wonder how the fellow felt after breaking his own nose, then facing an additional crime because he caught on tape doing it, making a false claim.
More cameras. This